We're live. I think we're live. Hello, everyone. It's just me today for now. Do not worry. Zach Pope will be here in less than an hour, in around 15 minutes. I fucked up the time conversion. This is on me. It's on my ass. But I fucked up the time conversion, so Zach won't be here for another 50 minutes. So I thought, let's just do a pre-show Q&A, just engage on the Q&A portion of Geeks at the Roundtable. And when Zach gets here, we'll start with the proper news, and then once again go into your questions after that. So we get a double dose of a Q&A today, and I want to thank everyone who's here right now. GKWP, good friend of the show. The Protagonist, good friend of the show. Andrew H, good friend of the show. The Venetian Scott, good friend of the show. Katya, good friend of the show. And Austin, SPC Bird, good friend of the show. And I used to do a show on his channel as well, which is just paused because there's nothing to talk about when it comes to The Mandalorian, but we'll be back. We'll be back on his channel. It's me, Austin, and Andy King, who you might know because he's also friends with Sean Chandler. He's been on Sean's channel a few times. But yeah, until Zach gets here, instead of just waiting around and sitting here without the camera on, I thought, let's turn it on. Let's talk to the people who are here because you guys are very nice. I thank you for your time. But yeah. I'm very excited for this. So let's just get started and see if you guys have any questions. Just start throwing them in the chat, and I'll be happy to talk to you guys. So Austin has a question here. Thoughts on the Suicide Squad trailers? It'll be worse or better than 2016 version, which I probably like. Oh man, I did not like that movie, but I'm always glad to hear that somebody did, because it's never fun to not like a movie. I didn't see the one that came out in theaters that eventually they released online. I have it downloaded because it's already on my folder, because I have I think I can show you guys. Hang on. I think I can show you guys. I don't know how other YouTubers, critics in general do it, but I have this folder on my computer, share screen, application window. Okay, I have this folder on my computer, and I just have all things ready for future movies. So Army of the Dead, Black Adam, Cruella. This is the effects videos I have for my countdown videos. I don't know if this is sharing. Yeah, this is not sharing, but these are the effects, like the 10, 9, 8, 7. Concrete Cowboy. I don't even know how he got here, but now I'm just going to show you guys. Concrete Cowboy. I might as well delete this because I'm probably not going to review it anymore. It came out last week. Black Widow, Dune, Flashpoint Paradox. I'm planning on reviewing that one at some point, but In the Earth is coming next week. Folders for shows. The folders just stay here for as long as the shows are on. Already am prepped for Loki, for Luca. These are my merch designs. Merch available on TeePublic and Redbubble. Links in the description, by the way. Millers versus the Machines. I'm seeing that one very soon. But yeah, I have that second Suicide Squad trailer saved on a folder for itself. I haven't seen it, but the one that came out like on just on YouTube online, I did a reaction for it. Really loved it. It's got the James Gunn energy you want. I loved every second of it, especially when Harley Quinn was on screen. So I'm very excited for the Suicide Squad, even though I didn't like that one, but I'm glad you did, Austin. Katya is ready for the Sony deal. T. Ooh, I honestly don't know if I'm gonna have much of a T. I'm worried, but this is... I don't want to get much into it before we talk about the topic, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'll say that. At least on my opinion, of course. What's your take on the Resident Evil franchise, both games and films? Can't wait for Village. Okay. This is going to be a real fast answer, because never play the games. It's just not my type of game. It's not games that appeal to me, so I'm not saying whether they're good or bad. The films, never liked any one of them. My review for the final chapter is very infamous on YouTube. It was very successful at the time. I did not care for any of the films that I did watch. I know I watched one once. It was one of the animated ones. I don't remember the name. I remember one of the characters was Leon. Don't remember the rest of his name, but it was Leon. And I watched it because it's over here. This guy, the guy who played the Red Time Force Ranger, voices that character in a movie. So it's the stupidest reason to watch a movie. It's because this one voice actor is in it. But yeah, that's why I watched the animated one of the animated Resident Evil films. Chico EP, what are your thoughts on DMX passing away? You probably haven't gotten into his music, but you know his famous song, especially X Gon Give It To You, thanks to Deadpool and Rick and Morty. I do not know that song thanks to Rick and Morty. I've never seen Rick and Morty. No, I lie. I tried Rick and Morty. I gave it like 2 episodes or something, and I dropped it. It sucks, man. Like you say, I wasn't too much into his music, at least not that I realize. But that song is really cool, at least in the Deadpool trailer. It's not like I listened to it outside of Deadpool. But yeah, man, it always sucks. Even though, again, not much into his music, it always sucks to hear somebody passing away. And at 50, man, at 50, that's... Oh, that's young. It sucks. It really, really sucks. And you can see on Twitter the outpour of love for him. I've seen The Rock posting about him. Idris Elba posting about him. My good friend Leo from Geekly Goods was very much into him. So yeah, it always sucks because apparently he was a really nice guy from what I'm hearing, from what I'm seeing. Tony Movie Chappie, thank you for joining. We're just waiting on Zach. I fucked up the calculation of the time, so Zach won't be here for another 45 minutes. So we're just having a pre-show Q&A. So feel free to ask anything. The protagonist is just asking, "Hey, where's Zach?" Well, just explained it. Ooh, I like this question. SPC Bird, predictions for WrestleMania. Who's winning each match? I have to be careful how I answer this question. If you had asked me this last week, I probably would have answered it, but there was some development on something last night that I cannot talk about. It's not mine to reveal. But you'll probably hear my predictions of WrestleMania. Maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. I'll be on some other platform talking about predictions for WrestleMania. Again, it's really hard because I don't want to say too much because it's not my thing to reveal. But I've been trying to get something off the ground with 2 friends. And I'm not the leader of this group, so again, not my information to reveal. But stay tuned to my Twitter. We'll probably be announcing something imminently. Like the information is probably coming out today. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Zach probably had a hangover. I don't know if Zach's that much of a drinker, especially right now, but maybe. But no, I fucked up the time. I calculated that it would be my 2 p.m. and it's 7 a.m. Turns out it's my 2:15 now, 2:15 p.m. and it's only 6:15 for him. So this is on me, guys. Thoughts on Wyatt Russell getting death threats just because of his performance? It's stupid. It's incredibly stupid. It's moronic. It's dangerous. It's all kinds of awful. Don't do that. Just don't do that. He's doing a magnificent job. So there's something to it. That's kind of proof that he's doing an amazing job, especially after this last episode. Holy shit, if you guys haven't seen it, be careful when we start the show today, because I'm sure people are gonna ask about it. So if you haven't seen Falcon and Winter Soldier, whew. Jack Alexander, also a good friend of the show, thanks you for being here, Jack. I rewatched all of How I Met Your Mother. It's about time I start rewatching it again too. No exaggeration, to this day I must have rewatched How I Met Your Mother like 20 times all the way through, because I use it a lot as background noise because I have seen it, not that I don't care. But yeah, and I think rewatching it knowing the ending makes it even better. I still cannot decide if I like the ending though. I celebrate that with you. I don't agree, but the ending has gotten... I've softened up on the ending, is what I will say. It's not as like egregious as that first time, because I gotta tell you, the first time I watched the How I Met Your Mother ending, I was using a not legal site, if you know what I mean, at the time. This was like it ended in 2013. So yeah, I was using this site that used to have TV show episodes up on it like 10, 15 minutes after they just finished airing in the United States. And I stayed up until like 3 a.m. my time to watch because the penultimate and the last episode came out on the same night. So I watched the penultimate episode and then I was waiting for the other one. And I had classes at 8 a.m. the next day, and I was super pissed. But that finale gets softened up. I still don't like it. I still don't think it was the right decision, or at least the right execution of that idea. But I have softened up. If you ever get like the DVDs or the Blu-rays of How I Met Your Mother, there's actually the alternate ending on the extras. And the alternate ending is just the scene where Ted actually goes to Tracy. They meet up, they talk under the umbrella, the camera backs away, and he says, and that's How I Met Your Mother, and How I Met Your Mother, and the train passes by, and then those credits start, and I think that should have been the ending. GKVP, so Ren, when are you gonna be on the Rotten Tomatoes is Wrong podcast with Mark Ellis to defend John Carter? Dude, invite me. I'll be on it. I'm a huge fan of Mark Ellis. Not that I actually watched that podcast, but don't tell them. But I'm a huge fan of Mark Ellis, and I'll be happy to defend John Carter. Thing is, they gotta want me. They gotta want me there. They gotta invite me. So yeah. The protagonist, the WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier. Look, right now it's tough to say. Falcon and Winter Soldier is not done yet. So right now, I would rather have a complete story that is WandaVision. But ask me again when the Falcon and Winter Soldier is over. We only got 2 episodes left now. And I'll say WandaVision has got a much stronger start because it was so unique. It was so off-brand. It was so, oh, what is this? What is going on? It engaged you in that theorizing and not knowing what was coming next week. Falcon and Winter Soldier, not that that is a bad thing, but it is more streamlined. You can see where they're going. And again, not a bad thing, but WandaVision just had that uniqueness to it. All right. SPC Bird, I think I'm going to start trying to watch Attack on Titan. You know what? It's an anime that I do not like at all, but it's one I cannot dissuade you because a lot of people liked it. I at one point liked it. So it's one, yeah, you should check out if you're especially if you're trying to get more into anime. That's one you must check out. I just subscribed to Geeks and Gamers. Glad I'm not listening to Jeremy woke crap anymore. Well, Tony Movie Chappie, we're happy that you saw what those guys were actually doing. I've actually never had any direct involvement with those people. I just see what my circle of friends shares on Twitter, and that's all the experience I've ever gotten from them. I've never even heard about them until I saw like my circle of friends sharing their stuff. And yeah, man, I'm glad I was never into those guys, so I'm glad you're out as well, Tony Movie Chappie. And SPC Bird is also going to start The Boys as well as Invincible. Oh, dude, you are in for a treat. Honestly, this is gonna sound weird because The Boys, it's top 5 TV shows, like current TV shows, but start with Invincible, because with Invincible you'll only have like 5 episodes to catch up on. The Boys, you already have 2 seasons. And if you just start Invincible now, you can probably catch up and then go into episode 6, 7, and 8 with the rest of us. And then The Boys only comes out in like next year. It's probably not coming out this year. So yeah, give Invincible the priority. Let me just stop the share screen. There we go. GKVP, have you seen Orphan Black? Yes. I'm interested to check it out, and since it's now on Amazon, I want to see Tatiana Maslany's other work. Yes, it's a really, really great show. I gotta tell you, I don't remember how it ends. Like, I have an idea, like, where characters are placed, but I don't precisely remember. I think at one point it gets a little bit too convoluted, but overall, it's a really, really strong show, and that first season is sensational. I actually almost never watch season finales because they always make me feel empty inside regardless of the finale's quality. That's a good strategy, like just watch a show you'll love, just watch it until the penultimate episode, and then imagine whatever the finale is. Though I will say 3 shows, and they are also my favorite shows of all time, but 3 shows that stick the landing when it comes to the finale is Sons of Anarchy, I know it's very divisive, and I really don't understand why. The Sons of Anarchy has an incredible finale. Battlestar Galactica is mwah, perfect. Um, and Spartacus. Spartacus, 4 seasons, and that it is. Favorite Tom Hanks film? Pooh. Minus Castaway. It's tough not to say Toy Story. It's tough not to say Saving Private Ryan. Oh, damn. Okay, okay. Austin got us a tough one. Let me just see if I can open IMDb. Let's do a share screen here. Okay, so Tom Hanks. Ooh. He was a producer on Castaway too. I don't think I probably knew that, but just forgot. Okay, so let's go. Apollo 13 is really good. Philadelphia is phenomenal. Ooh. What is my favorite? Oh, he was in Cars? I never noticed that. Anyway, Road to Perdition is insane. Oh, you know what? If not Toy Story, I'm probably gonna go Green Mile. Green Mile is so fucking good. Yeah, I'm gonna go Green Mile. Maybe on another day I choose Saving Private Ryan, but I'm gonna go Green Mile today. Ren, did you hear about Chris Terrio throwing shade at WB agency? I did. I didn't read the actual article, but I read like the headline. And yeah, man, say what you want to say. I saw some people already rating Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I'm like, the show isn't even over yet. I'm with you. Look, I think it would just give yourself too much work, and it's useless like to rate individual episodes. Like, I review every episode, but I never rate them, not until the end of the show. I just don't think it makes sense at all. Though if we're going to give like maybe people are giving it what's the word I'm looking for, a placeholder score, maybe there's that. But I just feel it's useless. I don't have anything against who does it. Like, if you're just doing it because you're a super fanboy and you believe it's going to be awesome, do you. You do you, man. I just think it's useless. Jack Alexander, do you think The Last of Us TV series will have the signature cuts that the game has? Ooh, we haven't thought about that. But I would guess so. Especially because Neil Druckmann is so involved. I would guess so. Because even last week, Zach and I predicted where the show would end. Like the first season, and it's probably gonna be one of those cuts. Like, the first episode is probably gonna be the end of the prologue from the game, and that ends in that hard cut. So I hope so, man. That's a great question. I didn't thought about it in that context, but we were actually talking about the show ending in one of those cuts, the season, not the show. To the movie Chappie, any chances we'll ever see a new Spawn movie or any? They're working on one, supposedly. They're working on one that Todd McFarlane himself is going to direct. I think he's also writing, but he's going to direct, which I don't think is a good idea, to be honest. Jamie Foxx has signed on to play Spawn. I'm not remembering the character's name. Jeremy Renner is playing his best friend who eventually betrays him. At least in the movie, it was like, I've never read Spawn, by the way. I just know of the movie, and I've played him in the games. And I did read one of those offshoots that was like Spawn versus Batman, or no, it was it was the brother of one of my at one time girlfriend back in the day. He had a Spawn and Batman versus Alien a Spawn and Batman versus Alien comic one shot, and it was really cool, just really fun. What's your what's your 3 unpopular opinions about what? I'm just going to assume his movies. So Spectre is good. That's one. What are my popular opinions? Let me look at my stuff around me. That's mostly TV. X-Men Apocalypse is good. That's another one. Um, Uncut Gems sucks. I think no, Uncut Gems is very 50-50 on people. So oh, I have one. The chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone in the Amazing Spider-Man franchise is not good. They have good chemistry, but it's Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone chemistry, not Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy chemistry, not energy. Though that still holds up. So yeah, off the top of my head, those are my three. Thoughts on the final scene of Falcon and Winter Soldier. First one to watch in school. I'm guessing you watched the episode in school. Blew my mind. Yeah, dude, I had my jaw dropped. I was like, holy shit. So yeah, this has been the most hyped I am for the following week's episode in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Maybe tied with the premiere, maybe even more than I was after the premiere. Yeah. That's how you end an episode. If it wasn't for the pandemic, could we have gotten more episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier? I don't think so. There were supposedly changes in the writing, but I think it was always meant to be 6 episodes, to the point where they only had it was less than 2 weeks of shooting. It wasn't quite 1 week, but it was less than 2 weeks in total to shoot in Prague, because they had to leave once the pandemic hit. So I don't think we would have more episodes, but I think there were little tweaks to the story of the show. Thoughts on Space Jam 2 trailer? We talked about it last week. Wasn't a fan of the trailer because how should I put it? It's a good trailer. It's not a good Space Jam trailer. It feels too much like Ready Player One. It feels too much like a Warner Brothers movie. Like, look at all the Warner Brothers properties that we have. Ha ha ha. But it didn't quite feel like Space Jam. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Because I wanted the Looney Tunes on the foreground, and they were more in the background. They have the one cool joke with the Yosemite Sam, and that's it. What are your thoughts on the reactions to Falcon and Winter Soldier? Although critics seem to really like it, audiences seem split, with people who don't like saying it's frustrating and then even stop watching. You know, it's the subjectivity. I disagree, clearly. But it's the subjectivity of it all. Episode 3 to me was the weakest, and it was a little bit scattered. The show clearly does have its weak elements, just like any show, any form of media. But yeah, I don't get it, to be honest. I don't get, if you like the MCU, which I know some of the people you are talking about, and they like MCU in general. I don't know, man. I think it's because WandaVision was such filled with new energy, new ideas, such a refreshing execution of those ideas, and the way the story was told lent to you theorizing every week. Oh my god, what's going to happen next? Again, Falcon and Winter Soldier is more streamlined, and getting back to the norm maybe hurts it a little bit for those die-hard fans who want, not die-hard fans, precisely the opposite, those general fans that want something different. So yeah, that's what I think. Jorge asks, expectations for Loki. Big, high expectations. We're going to talk about the trailer that just came out up next. That just came out earlier this week. But expectations are very high. Dominican Scott, what's next for Joss Whedon? Probably nothing. At least immediately next, probably nothing. We'll have to. He's got a show coming out. Does it come out tomorrow? I think it comes out tomorrow because I've seen reviews out for it. I didn't ask to see it because I haven't even seen the trailer. I know nothing about the show outside that it was written by Joss Whedon. So yeah, he's got a show coming out tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or next week, called The Nevers on HBO. But after that, I don't know. I'm not expecting anything, which leads us to the question, Jorge, have you heard about Joss Whedon harassing Gal Gadot? I did. I'm no expert, but that was more of mistreating mistreating Gal Gadot on set, and don't talk to anybody like that, especially if you're a director. That's not how you get the best performance out of your actors. Which again, I'll still defend that Warner Brothers gave no opportunity for Joss Whedon to be a proper director in that movie, but still, don't talk to people like that, Joss. Come on. That Spawn movie will never happen. Yeah, I just know they have it. Like, I know that they want to do it, but like you, Jack, I don't know if I believe that it's happening. Tyler Van, good friend of the show. Hey, Rand, what are some of your favorite Stallone movies outside Rocky and Creed? Ooh, hard not to go with Rambo. I love Expendables 2. I don't care what anybody says. I like all the Expendables, but 2 is just really fucking good. Why am I... Okay, Sylvester. Am I writing that right? Let me just write Stallone on IMDb. Let's go to IMDb again, everyone. Stallone, here we go. Share screen. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Stallone. Yeah, these are... Backtrace. I didn't see Backtrace. What is Backtrace? How did I not see a Sylvester Stallone movie? Okay, just looking at the poster, I'm like, of course I didn't see this. You know what? Escape Plan is very underrated. Grudge Match was so bad. Oh god. Oof. Get Carter is pretty solid, not gonna lie. Copland is also really good, directed by James Mangold. Daylight is really cool. I really like Daylight. Demolition Man. Oh, I'm probably gonna go Demolition Man. Outside of the Rocky, I mean, you didn't exclude Rambo, so I'll go Rambo. But outside of Rambo, I'm gonna go Demolition Man. Demolition Man is so good. I love that movie. It's not like Oscars or anything good, but you know. Frank Darabont used to be one of the best directors, up with Nolan and Spielberg with films like Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile, which we just talked about, and The Mist. I wonder whatever happened. From what I've heard, I'm not like super into the situation, but from what I've heard, he just stopped wanting to direct after the fiasco there was between him and AMC with what's the show? The Walking Dead season 1. After that, he just stopped like wanting to direct. So I really can't say too much because again, not into the situation, but that's just what I've heard. Mama's Geeky's here. Hey Tessa. Hello my friend. I haven't seen Uncut Gems. You're not missing anything. Don't watch it. Zach is gonna tell you otherwise, but don't watch it. It sucks. Jorge asks, since Falcon Winter Soldier is technically Captain America 4, no it's not. It's a different story. Not badass as the last two, then disappoints. Yeah, maybe people were expecting to see more Steve Rogers. That chemistry in Amazing Spider-Man movies feels more like they're improvising. Thank you. Badly, if you ask me. Tobey and Kristen were better. You know what? I agree, but I don't even think they had that good of a chemistry. They were fine. Don't get me wrong. But I think the fact that they dated in real life, when it comes to Garfield and Stone, it more of hurt the movie than it did help the movie. So yeah. Let me ask Scott, what are your TV shows that were cancelled way too soon? Mine were The Gifted, Green Lantern. Oh, the Green Lantern animated series was so good. The Defenders, Spider-Man Unlimited from back in the 2000s, and Wolverine and the X-Men. Wolverine and the X-Men is a show I started watching but never finished, so I can't say. I agree with you on The Gifted. I agree with you on the Green Lantern animated series. It only had one season, dude. Come on. Flash Forward will probably always be in my number one. Awake is also really good. Terra Nova is also really good. I never even finished that show because it was cancelled. Firefly is the cliched answer. Ooh, Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Like, how do you cancel that? Who's gonna be the villain? Zemo, Flag Smasher, or U.S. Agent. All of them. Zemo is there. I think our main guy, like our big bad of the show, is going to be U.S. Agent John Walker. And I have an idea for how the show ends. A post-credit scene. But yeah, those are my thoughts. But I'll leave that post-credit scene idea for when Zach's actually here. Nude is here. You can't watch today, but I'll leave a question. Thank you so much, my friend. Kadianet, I'll be honest. I'm a sucker for fan service when it's done right. Has there been a film like that for you? That's very blatantly a studio movie appealing to nostalgia. But Ready Player One. Ready Player One is nothing but that. It's just that, and I loved it. I freaking adore that movie. I'm sure there are others, like off the top of my head. Animated Disney 2018. Watched it twice in the theater. Went to a very early screen. Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph and the Internet, or whatever it was called. That one is also very much fan service. Disney fan service specifically, much like Ready Player One is Warner Brothers fan service specifically. But yeah. Tony Movie Chappie, very unpopular for me, I think. But very unpopular for me is I think the Total Recall remake is better than the original. Especially if you watch the director's cut. Look, I disagree, but I'm just happy that someone else likes the Total Recall remake. I really like that movie. Now, I don't personally agree that it's better than the original. I think the original is better, but I really like that remake, and I have never heard of anyone else that liked it until you just called it out. So thank you, Tony Movie Chappie, because that film with Colin Farrell, Kate Beckinsale, Bryan Cranston is actually pretty solid. Which do you prefer, Dark Knight Trilogy or the Snyderverse Trilogy? Ooh. I'm gonna go the way you expect. I'm gonna go Dark Knight Trilogy. However, the single best movie out of them all? It's still The Dark Knight. I'm kidding. Though Man of Steel, you know how Man of Steel is very close to my heart, so it comes very close, but I'm gonna go Dark Knight Trilogy. Directed by my favorite director of all time, so no surprise there. It's about time I do a rewatch of The Dark Knight Trilogy. The trailer of Space Jam 2 is to ran what Spider-Man Homecoming was to High Top Films. Not sure what that means, but let's continue. Where he said it's a good movie, but a bad Spider... Oh, okay. Okay. That's interesting. So my point did come across. That's what matter. Cadianeto, I don't know if you've been asked about this, but have you watched Shadow and Bone trailer? Nobody has asked about it, actually. It looks so good, made me want to read the book. I didn't see the trailer because I want to go into it blind, but I have asked for a screener, which I haven't heard back from. It's coming out like in 2 weeks, so on Monday I'll have to follow up and ask Netflix for it again. So yeah, that's another one. Last question. Don't be the last. You can ask whatever you want. Do you think Falcon and Winter Soldier ends with Zemo and John Walker forming Dark Avengers? No. Not Zemo at least, but I have an idea for Dark Avengers. And guess which Dark Avenger has just come on? It's Zach Pope.
Hey, what's
Hello,
up,
Zach.
brother? I just saw your stuff, so I hopped on early.
Don't worry. How are you doing, brother?
I'm good. I did something stupid last night. I couldn't sleep. Woke up around 3 or so. Saw, My Hero's up. So I watched My Hero and then went back to bed. Pretty good episode.
So we can talk about it.
Yeah, pretty good episode. I dug it. And one of my earlier favorite characters is like coming back. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Which one? Shinso?
Shinso. The purple haired dude. And his new mask is cool, man.
Oh yeah,
kind of looking like a mini Mr. Aizawa, man.
Yeah, and he has the cloak. Cloak for it.
That's even better.
So I was just here answering some questions until you came on. We've been having a lot of fun. So I'm going to leave this question actually up, everyone's, just so we don't lose place, because now Zach's here. We're going to go into our newest topics, and then we'll come back to the Q&A. So thank you, everyone, for being here and for indulging with just me up until now. But now Zach's here.
Anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Ooh, unpopular opinion right there, see? So Zach, before we kick off with our official topics, we do have a few things to address off the top. Because first and foremost, A ton of delays, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a ton of delays.
And one move up.
And what was the move up?
Snake Eyes.
Oh yeah, Snake Eyes. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so Snake Eyes is coming out on July 23rd this year. Jackass 4, I can't blame you if you forget that Jackass 4 is coming out, because I keep forgetting, is coming out on October 22nd. Top Gun has been moved to November 19th. Mission Impossible 7 to May 27th, 2022. Dungeons and Dragons is coming out on March 3rd, 2023. Star Trek, June 9th, 2023. Mission Impossible 8, July 7th, 2023, and Imaginary Friends, which is a movie with John Krasinski and Ryan Gosling about a guy who sees other people's imaginary friends. Ryan Reynolds. Sorry. How much better would it be if it was Ryan Gosling?
Oh, stop. This is perfect for Ryan Reynolds.
I know, I'm just kidding. Imaginary Friends coming out on November 17th. I mean, Ryan Gosling is the better actor. But Zach, how are you feeling about these delays? Were you invested in a lot of these movies?
Yeah, honestly, I don't want to see Top Gun in November. I want to see that during the summer.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the weird thing about it. I get why they moved. I do. But I'm going to be honest right now. I think Top Gun would just do good in general. Like, I don't think it's going to do amazing numbers. Like, I don't see it making $1 billion. I don't see it maybe even hitting 800.
Especially right now.
Yeah, especially right now. I think if the world was better, I think if the world was perfectly fine, easily makes 600. If it's great, maybe 800. But I think Top Gun, the big appeal is in the United States more than it is elsewhere. So I get they want the United States to get better in vaccines, stuff like that. But it's tough to say because this is a film that's for the older crowd, but now you have to also get the newer crowd in. And I'm not talking crap about Top Gun Maverick. I'm looking forward to the movie, but that's my big worry with the entire movie. And I feel like maybe it's Mission Impossible isn't done. That could be a big part of it, and they're like, well, let's just move it back, give it more time. And I can understand that. Mission Impossible is the one that needs the spacing, though. Mission Impossible needs the spacing.
That's true.
That's the big thing. But I'm excited for that Imaginary Friends movie.
Oh, same. You know what? These are a few like the ones that are the closest, apart from Top Gun, like Snake Eyes and Jackass 4.
Do you think Snake Eyes is good? Like, why would they move that up? They must have some hope in it.
Let me just check. Let me check on who's directing it, because if it is the person I have in mind, I don't know how to feel, because I'm feeling it's Ruben Fleischer.
Oh no, I don't think it is. There's no.
No, it's not. It's Edward. No, it's Robert Schwentke. Oh boy. He directed Allegiant. He directed R.I.P.D. He directed Insurgent as well. He directed Red, which was pretty fun. And the Time Traveler's Wife is actually underrated.
Yeah, it is.
But like he's 2 for 2. Like from the movies I've seen from him, he's 2 for 2. He directed 3. He's 3 for 2. He directed 3 god awful movies, and he directed 2 pretty solid ones.
I've never seen those I've seen the first Divergent, and that's it.
You saw the best one, and that's not saying much. But yeah, apart from that, I don't know. I don't know if I should get excited for Snake Eyes just yet. But these moves,
love the cast.
I don't think
love the cast.
Yeah, the cast is great. A Spanish actress I love very much is in that movie.
Samara Weaving too.
Samara Weaving, Henry Golding is awesome. But yeah, these delays don't bother me too much, to be honest, Zach. So I don't like it because it's gonna take a whole lot more time to see these movies, but still they don't bother me too much, so I'm just gonna let them go and not give a verdict.
I think a big part of it is I think Top Gun's starting to get, thank God they haven't kicked the marketing back up like Black Widow and whatnot. But I think for me, in instance, I'm not that hurt by these ones because I even forgot Mission Impossible is coming out this year. But it also sucks because I do remember that is on my most anticipated list that I made that video. And of course it got pushed back. It was like my number 3 or something. So But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how you beat Fallout. I'm just being flat out. I don't know how you beat Fallout.
Or Ghost
Fallout's,
Protocol, because those two are like interchangeable as number one for me.
Ghost Protocol's good, but that's it.
I'm gonna tell Brad Bird you said that.
Dude, feel free to. I don't give a fuck. Brad Bird needs to make me an Incredibles 3.
All right, let's go into our first topic then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about trailers. Trailers. A Loki trailer surprisingly came out on Monday. We were just having a chat on our group, and boom, somebody dropped the Loki trailer, and I'm gonna react because I'm not doing anything today. How did you feel about this Loki trailer, Zach? And do you like that they not that you like that they finally reveal, but do you like the story that they reveal that is going on in this show?
This was when they announced all these shows. I said that's my least favorite. I'm not excited for a Loki show. This sounds stupid. I don't know why we're doing it. And then we got that first trailer a while back, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not. I thought it wasn't gonna tie in. I think that's my big thing. I didn't think it was gonna be a major player.
Yeah,
this is my most anticipated show till Moon Knight for Marvel. Nice. To be honest with you, and I never thought I would say that. I really like. Let me say this. I really like Tom Hiddleston as Loki, but I'm not like that fanboy about him showing up in things. Like when he shows up, I'm like, oh, cool and stuff. And I think he's a great antagonist in the first Avengers, and I think he's always good in the movies. I just am more happy for this because what it means is we might be closer to Kang. And I really hope Kang shows up in this. I think that's why I'm more excited than anything. But the trailer looks awesome.
The more I see of Loki, the less shocked will I be if Kang shows up. Because it just seems to fit. Because Kang is so connected to time travel and timelines and
that's what I thought. Yeah
it just adds up.
I have a real fast. Do you think he is a main villain, or do you think he shows up in it? Like, do you think he's a main antagonist?
He's not gonna be a main villain in Loki. I don't believe that I could be wrong, but I don't believe that for a second right now. Because if he is a main villain, It's weird that he wouldn't. I'm not saying outright reveal it in the trailers, but I'm saying it would be weird not to give a suggestion that there is a powerful force outside of that one woman who we don't recognize, we don't see exactly who she is, but there's this one woman that seems to be creating the chaos. And if Kang was to be the main villain, it would be weird not to hint at that. And maybe the first episode will hint at that. Maybe the first episode ends and they're like, oh my god, it's Kang the Conqueror. But yeah, right now it feels weird, so I wouldn't count on it. I think he shows up. I think there's an influence of Kang. And I think whatever he does, if he shows up, will lead us immediately into the next thing that he shows up in, whether
which
that's
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man or Loki season 2, because there's going to be a season 2 of Loki. Yes. We have that confirmed. So yeah, especially and the fact that the guy who wrote this show, Kevin Feige, also hired to write another season and then hired to write a Star Wars film. So
Doctor Strange, and he did Doctor Strange.
And Doctor Strange too.
So there's a lot.
So everything about Loki right now is exciting. I know you don't get this reference, at least you don't get it entirely. I know maybe a lot of people in the chat won't get in the reference entirely, but this to me, every time I see it, I keep saying the same thing, but Loki feels like James Bond meets Doctor Who, and Loki is the baby, the love baby, the love child out of that marriage. So I'm super excited. I did prefer the Disney Investors Day sizzle over this trailer, but there's this one shot, Zach, in this new trailer that shows Asgard. Clearly shows Asgard, and if we zoom in, it shows Loki in Asgard, and he's in the throne surrounded by a council of people. Maybe it will be people we know, maybe people we don't know, but that's what we see. So I'm very, very excited, and I'm very much knighting this trailer. How about you?
I agree with you. I like the first that we saw for this, but this, again, just got me more excited, man. So I'm going to like it, of course, as well. I think this is a very exciting tale of stuff that we are here for, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So who knows,
All
man?
right.
I don't know. Is there anything you're worried about with the show? Because I have one thing. Me and Griffin were talking about this, and it's a little bit of what Falcon Winter Soldier is doing. I'm worried that it's gonna try to do too much instead of focusing in on one thing. Where like Falcon and Winter Soldier, I feel like there's really enjoyable moments and really great character stuff. But it's like we have the flag smashers, we have the power broker, we have Sam and that stuff, we have Bucky and his PTSD, now we have John Walker and this stuff, we have Carly and this thing. It's like so much, and then you add Isaiah and that young patriot, his grandson. You have all the you have all this stuff. I just hope that these shows aren't overcoming that, because WandaVision was very central until the last episode. And I'm hoping Falcon Winter Soldier ends up showing me by the last 2 episodes that it's not just that, but it's starting to kind of worry me on that thing. And I'm actually, the more and more we watch Falcon Winter Soldier, I actually feel like it is going to have a second season.
Yeah, I'm feeling that too.
I'm starting to really feel like this is a show that probably has another season coming. But it's weird that they haven't announced it yet, where Loki already has been announced. That's the weird thing. Or maybe they announce a movie. I have no idea what they're doing
That'd be cool.
at this point. Yeah. But yeah, so
Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Or Captain America and the White Wolf.
That's the thing. I think it would work better if it was Captain America and the Winter Soldier, or the Falcon and the White Wolf.
Oh, the Falcon. Ooh. I dig that. You think that he'll still be called the Falcon?
I think so, because even whenever he does decide to, I'll pick up the shield and I'll carry that mantle. I still think Sam is too humble of a man to call himself or present himself as Captain. He'll wear the colors, he'll wear the shield, but he'll still be Falcon.
Well, plus after this last episode, I think someone ruined the name.
Oh. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our second main topic, and that is another trailer. The trailer for Mark Millar's Netflix's Jupiter's Legacy has come out. Zach, do you mind if I go first on this one?
Yeah, of course. Have you read the comics for this real fast?
No, but I want to, because the idea is great. When you read the premise, is great. This is a really fucking good looking trailer. This trailer looks fucking mint. It has great fight scenes. Whenever they are fighting, they're using powers. I'm like, this is cool! But what the fuck is going on in between? I did not get it all what the story was. And this wasn't like a teaser. This wasn't like a date announcement trailer. This was like the trailer. This was like the big trailer. And all that action is so cool, and I'm like, I really like this. What is going on? Please tell me. I'm not understanding a single thing. But apart from that, this is cool. Apart from that poster that came out the day before, which looks god-awful. Like, what a trash poster for a superhero show that's meant to be exciting and whatnot. This show intrigues me. It's superhero stuff. It's Mark Millar. Of course, I'm going to be into it, but the trailer does not tell me at all what the story is, and that was kind of disappointing. So I'm very, very mixed on this trailer. How about you, Zach?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Okay,
no,
not at all.
Which sucks. I like the concept. I like the cast. I like that stuff. The fight scenes look cool. I just wasn't into it. It's weird, but I think before this I was the most excited about the damn show. And I didn't even hate the poster. I thought the poster's fine. It's whatever. It did look like they were in different rooms and they just puzzled together. But
it reminded me of the
Dark Universe.
Of the Dark Universe picture.
That's exactly what I thought too. So I'm sitting there waiting, man. Honestly, like I'm gonna see this thing first day. I'm gonna watch it first day. Hopefully get a screener. And I'm gonna be open-minded about it, you know. Like I'm not. I don't hate this. I don't hate this trailer. It didn't get me any more excited than I already was. I was just like, oh, cool.
Which is the job of a trailer. So if it didn't do it, it's a bad trailer.
Yeah. So
let's hope it lives up to the era it's being released on. We got Invincible, we got the MCU shows, we got the CW, we got the HBO Max.
I think Invincible is one of the best superhero shows.
So far, at least, absolutely.
That, or at least just the first season. Because that last episode, I can't express to you enough how amazing that last episode was.
Oh, it was. It was so good.
I mean, dude, this is rivaling just how good the first season of The Boys is.
I don't think it quite gets to The Boys, only because the Invincible has one issue that The Boys doesn't have. And I'll talk about this now because I haven't talked about it in my reviews, but when you go into The Boys, you understand the world. You understand how and why superheroes exist. Invincible has aliens, sure. But when it comes to like humans were born, you don't get that much world building. Like, how did people get powers here?
Yeah.
Maybe they're just born with them, and that's fine, but talk about that a little bit. That's my only issue with Invincible. It's a very small issue. I love that show. It's amazing. So no problems there. But Zach, overall, I'm gonna have to send the first row of Jupiter's Legacy. I was gonna say Jupiter Ascending. Let's not talk about that.
I've never seen that. Is that bad?
It is. It is that
so
bad.
It's like you can't even enjoy it as like a...
No, it's the same 3 beats over and over again. It's Mila Kunis gets in danger. Mila Kunis does something stupid to get in danger, I should say. Channing Tatum saves her. What happens next is Mila Kunis getting stupidly in danger, and Channing Tatum saves her. Guess what happens next, Zach?
Mila Kunis gets fucked by Channing Tatum, and then he saves her. Do they have a relationship in it? Do they have a relationship?
They have a that is so god awful. So Channing Tatum, where I didn't want to talk about Jupiter Ascending, but here we go. So Channing Tatum is a guy that has wolf DNA in him. So he's kind of like a dog. He's kind of got dog hair. He's got dog ears. And Mila Kunis is attracted to him. Legit, this is the reason in the movie she's attracted to him because he's hot. Okay? And at one point they're having a conversation, and she's talking about how they should be together. And Channing Tatum says, "You shouldn't be with me. I'm more like a dog than I am a human." And she's like, "Oh, that's not a problem. I love dogs." So that's there we go. That's oh, please do. I want to know your thoughts. Anyway, let's go to our third topic. Dune, ladies and gentlemen, may actually get exclusively released in theaters after the success of Godzilla vs. Kong, and after seeing how much more people went to see it in theaters rather than on HBO Max, because HBO Max is not available anywhere outside the United States. Warner Brothers is considering lifting their release schedule of Dune in theaters and HBO Max to just theaters, which I love. This is the best decision, especially as things are going right now. We're actually getting better, people. We're actually coming across that light at the end of the tunnel. We're not past it yet. We still got a little bit of way to go, but Dune only comes out in October. I think this is a great decision. I think it helps them tremendously, and it will help theaters. And it has been proven now with Godzilla vs. Kong, people are itching to go back to theaters. Yep. Zach, how are you feeling about this news? About the possibility, it's not a sure thing, but a possibility of Dune only getting released in theaters as it should be.
If Warner Brothers ever wants to work with Denis Villeneuve again, they need to.
Yep. And, you're not wrong.
I think even Denis would settle for 45 days after release of it going on HBO Max. Yeah. Like something like that nature. I'm going to tell you, honestly, I actually hope after the summer, so starting with Suicide Squad, all their big films, like Suicide Squad, Dune, I think they have one more later this year, no more HBO Max thing. Maybe after 45 days.
Yeah, I would guess after 45 days, yeah.
Because that's what they're doing next year. Which they still have not made a deal with anyone else. It's still only Regal. Can't emphasize that enough. There's
And
rumors that they're
Cineworld over here, who owns
there's
legal.
there's rumors that they're working with AMC right now, which okay, that's cool, but like that's still not my favorite theater out here. So I'm still whatever. Um, I hope. It pisses me off though because it's probably gonna premiere at Venice. There's no fucking way I'll be able to go to the Venice Film Festival, and
Me neither. Me neither.
And the thing is, this is a movie that it's like I don't want to know anyone's thoughts on it. Like I want to just go into it. Like
even if another trailer comes out, I'm not gonna watch it. Are you gonna watch it?
Probably not. I don't want to. I kind of don't even. It sucks because the business we're in. Trailer reactions help so much for our channels, but the thing is,
not mine.
I digress. They can. Hey, they can.
Yeah.
They can for sure. It's just very saturated. I mean, everyone does.
Yeah.
So it sucks because like you know what trailer I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch it, but it doesn't matter if I do or not. It'll be all over Twitter. It's the next Spider-Man trailer. I don't want to watch that trailer. But
I'm watching the first one.
I don't want to, but I don't got a fucking choice because even if I don't watch it, I'm gonna hop on Twitter and I'm gonna see Toby, Andrew, and Tom swinging around in a GIF, and I'm gonna be like, "Fuck, man."
That's the thing. You rather watch that yourself, like watching the trailer, rather than just stumbling across it on Twitter.
Yeah, because even if I mute it all, I will still find it somehow.
Yeah.
So,
because you know what? You know why you'd probably see it? Because even though you're saying that right now, I would probably forget when the trailer comes out and immediately send it to you. So that would probably be on me.
And that happened. But even then, here's the thing. Even then, like, you would send me the trailer, but I doubt the first scene's going to be them swinging around. It's the fact that that's going to be probably the final shot of the trailer. And everyone's going to be talking about it. Just like how Morbius. Vulture was at the very end, and that's the one thing everyone talked about.
Yeah, because the rest of the trailer sucked.
But, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited for Dune. I mean, man, it's between Eternals and this for me.
Zach. Oh, you just put that into perspective. Oh.
Yeah.
October, November.
Plus
cherries.
No Time to Die as well.
Also that. And then, guys, I keep telling you this. Zach, I'm sorry. I know you don't like to hear it. Spider-Man ain't coming out this year, and that's a good thing.
Did we make a bet yet on this?
No, we made a bet on Army Hammer getting replaced on that thumbnail.
That's still
and you didn't put in your wager. What I should do if you win.
I still never thought of it. Can I look up real fast the release date of movies for next year? Because this is where I'm. So, when do you think Spider-Man would get pushed back? I know we're going on like a completely different topic, but
I would go with early summer. So
you don't think it would take Morbius?
June.
You don't think it would take Morbius?
When's January? Morbius?
January 21st.
January. No, because that's still too tight. Because the reason why I say Spider-Man is coming out this year,
they want all the money.
They haven't finished shooting, or they finished shooting like last week. If they finished shooting already, it has been very recent. It must have been last week or something. You cannot finish shooting a movie in March and release it in December when it's a big blockbuster, VFX heavy film in like 6 months. Do you think
Doctor Strange gets pushed back then?
Maybe. Not by much, but I think so. Or do you think
Spider-Man takes its spot and they push Doctor to summer?
Maybe. Could be that.
This is right now, this is what it is. So say Spider-Man gets pushed back. The next film after that, the next Marvel film after that is Morbius, but we're not going to count that. We're just going to count the MCU. Next Marvel film is Doctor Strange, March 25th, my birthday.
Yeah.
After that, it's Thor. It's right after Thor, it's Black Panther 2.
Okay.
After that, it's untitled Marvel movie, which is rumored to probably be Blade, because that's the October one. Which you won't. They could literally start filming Blade at the end of this year and be okay. Captain Marvel 2 is November 11th. And I think I missed one in there. Oh, Ant-Man 3 supposedly somewhere in there too, from what I understand.
I would say you move Doctor Strange and put it
I
not early summer, but if you can, like late spring, like
I'm gonna tell you right now,
late April, early May.
it's not getting pushed back.
You don't think Spider-Man is getting pushed back?
I know the visual effects thing is a problem. I don't see it. I don't see it. Ren, I don't see it. I don't see it.
All right.
I would bet my left two toes.
All right.
Okay?
We'll see then. We'll see. But Dune, are you uniting the possibility of it only going to theaters?
If they don't do it, I mean, I'll be disappointed.
Same.
Because
I need to watch this in theaters, Zach.
Your big Lord of the Rings thing. That's how you have to market it. If they go heavy in on that, the film will succeed. The film will succeed. I can't emphasize that enough. The film will succeed if they do it.
I am with you. I'm nodding it as well. All right, penultimate topic. Indiana Jones 5 has had an advancement, which is good at this point. We haven't heard anything. Not only is John Williams officially coming back to score the film, which, as long as the man's alive, duh, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge of Fleabag fame has been cast as the female lead. Zach, I know you haven't watched Fleabag yet, which is fair. You started My Hero Academia. I haven't started Atlanta yet. I actually have it like on my list on Disney Plus. I added it, so it's ready to go at any point. But this is great. I love this. I love this decision. I will always stand by what I said when Solo: A Star Wars Story came out and she voiced the L3 robot. One of the most annoying characters I've ever seen in a movie. But Phoebe Waller-Bridge is an amazing actress. She also punched up the script for No Time to Die, which has been said to be stellar. So this is all kinds of great. I'm very much into this. How about you, Zach?
Mullen, man. I saw people complaining. Like, I don't know if you saw that tweet going around of all the people complaining that they might be replacing Indy with a woman. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
They're not.
That's the
Indy
thing.
Indy has always had a female lead next to Indiana Jones.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
What the hell's the problem?
And I'm gonna tell you, I doubt it's a love interest, guys. We saw him got married in the last one. Like, I feel like they're gonna continue that in some way, shape,
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
I know it wasn't, but we don't talk about that.
But, you know, like, I'd be surprised if she doesn't show back up. She's alive, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So, you know, I don't get I saw people hating on this, and I don't get it, honestly. I'm really excited for this. I'm just excited we're getting development on it. It's coming out next year.
Yeah.
Which,
supposedly.
As we talked about, so it's what, July 29th? Black Adam's also coming out that day.
Yeah, Black Adam has started shooting, finally.
And isn't it funny? Disney was like, yeah, July 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. One of those is moving. You know, one of them is moving. I
think Black Adam will move.
Oh, see, I was gonna say Indy moves.
Cause it's Indiana Jones, man. People love Indiana Jones.
So you think more people? I mean, I would go see Indiana Jones over Black Adam, just to be honest. That's my favorite.
Me too.
I mean, it's my third favorite film of all time. It's the first one.
Yeah. I'd say Indiana Jones moves because here's the thing: Black Adam does have The Rock, but people don't know what the fuck Black Adam is.
Well, I've been saying this for years. People don't. Having a star helps, but the fact that Skyscraper didn't do that good, and The Rock was the main star, shows me that it doesn't matter.
That's the thing. As good as Skyscraper did, it was because of The Rock. If it didn't have The Rock, it probably would have gone straight to DVD.
So where do you think Black Adam moves? Dude, it comes out 2 weeks after Black Panther. That's a joke.
September, October, something like that.
So if it goes to September, I could see it because the biggest thing in there is Puss in Boots 2.
Yeah. So it moves there.
Warner Brothers already has 2 dates in there, but they're untitled films. The only other place I could see it going to, October I don't, because it's Spider-Verse, Blade, apparently maybe Blade, Halloween Ends, and yeah. and then right after that's The Flash.
Yeah. So
Or maybe
I'm
it gets
guessing
moved to
September.
2023.
Yeah, maybe. And it'll be 9 years since it was announced that Black Adam finally comes out, if that happens. As far as the addition of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I'm not into this, Zach. I love her. How about you?
Yeah, I'm in, man. I'm just John Williams coming back. That's what got me more excited too.
Yeah, true. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a question for you. I saw people tweeting out, do you think the next Indiana Jones would just be called Indiana or Indiana Jones? I was like, I don't think so. They're going to have a full title for it.
No, they're going to give it a title. It's Indiana Jones. The very trademark of the franchise is to be Indiana Jones and something.
Let's take guesses. L3 Returns.
L3 Returns in Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
I'm guessing we have an homage paid to Sean Connery in some way.
Oh, okay. So,
yeah,
I'm gonna ask you, over under 70%.
Okay.
They recast Shia LaBeouf and bring in someone else to play Mutt.
No.
Not at all.
Mutt does not get mentioned. Mutt is not in the movie. No, does not happen.
So you think they're just gonna pretend 4 never happened?
I'm not saying 4 never happened, but they're not going to directly mention Mutt or that adventure or anything of that.
I think they do.
Okay.
I think they
do.
I don't think it'll be a major player, though. But now, if he does show up, do you think they recast? There's no way they do Shia because of everything going on right now.
Yeah, I would say recast.
So, okay.
Yeah. All right, for our last topic, ladies and gentlemen, a major billion-dollar deal has been struck. Sony Pictures, since they don't have a streaming service, they will be sending all of their films to Netflix. Zach, one of the big topics last week on our show was that Netflix just made an incredible deal to buy Knives Out 2 and 3, and now this. Holy shit. It doesn't, from what we've read, and there are conflicting reports about this, but from what I've read, apparently it doesn't affect films like Venom 2 and Spider-Man 3, but for 99.9% of Sony Pictures films, they, at least next I think it's 2022 and 2023, am I right?
Yes. From what I've read, yes.
Yeah. So 2023 and 2023 releases will all go to Netflix when they go to streaming. Zach, this is major, because Sony has been, there have been lots of rumors for a while that Sony was trying to create its own streaming service, whether there was a new original thing or it was through PlayStation, but now this. How are you feeling about this? Do you think it's a good decision? It's a bad decision? What do you see in this deal?
Gonna tell you right now, I think if you have a PlayStation subscription, Netflix is gonna be free for you. I think there's more behind this deal than, because right now it just seems it's more of a Netflix thing than a Sony thing. I feel like there's gonna be another thing that comes in there, because what Sony's been doing, because Sony, from what I understand, they bought Funimation and Crunchyroll, right? Or they're in the talks to buying both right now.
Over here I do have Funimation on my PS5, so I'm assuming they bought it, and Crunchyroll as well. Yeah, so maybe they've bought it.
And I know there's been rumors that they're going to combine the both of the apps. So I don't know how far that is along. I know there was a huge discussion on that, but what Sony's been doing is they know their biggest market is gaming. I mean, honestly, the gaming industry is bigger than the movie industry right now. That's just the honest truth. So when it comes down to this, I think they're looking at this like, we can do this. Let's give them our films, and then let's say, hey, you get a free membership to Netflix, or you get this. This is what you get to be a part of, with everything, So I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's major. It has major ramifications, and it only puts more of a wall between having only one streaming service to watch all MCU movies, because Spider-Man ain't going to Disney Plus anytime soon. So there's that. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this deal? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? What are your pros? What are your cons? Let us know all of that. And with that, I'm not in this, by the way. I'm not, because on the mere perspective of Sony bargaining a deal with Netflix, this is a major coup for them. So I think it's great on their part. So I'm overall knighting this.
Yes. I don't have I saw people complaining. I'm like, I don't want another streaming service.
Yeah,
this is smart.
And you want a streaming service that is available all around the world, Zach. I don't have HBO Max. You do. I have Netflix, and so do you. Everyone, of course, exaggeration.
Do you think Disney tried to do a deal with them?
I don't think so, because I don't see Disney, especially after buying Fox and the amount of money they spent to buy Fox, I don't think they're all that interested in anything beyond what they're involved in, and that is Spider-Man. Maybe they tried for a deal to get the Spider-Man properties, and that's it. But I might be wrong, but I honestly don't see them chasing having the Sony content.
Okay, because they still don't have Hulk. That's the funny thing. They still don't have the Hulk on Disney Plus.
They don't?
No, they don't.
Hang on, let me check mine.
Unless they changed it recently.
Let me check mine, because the distribution deal is with Universal. That's why they don't make solo Hulk movies anymore. Mm-hmm. Now, let me check if I have...
until that eventually Hulk changes. Here. I think it changes in a couple of years.
Okay, while Disney Plus is opening over here on my end.
Not on there. Okay. But it might be different for you.
Yeah, that's why I want to check. But while it opens, let us know your pros and cons on this deal, ladies and gentlemen. And let's go back to your live questions.
The original Spider-Man show on Disney Plus? What?
The 90s? Yeah, they do.
Dude,
they have all the 90s shows. They have all the 90s shows, my friend.
I didn't know they had Spider-Man.
They have Spider-Man, Iron Man, Fantastic Four, The Incredible Hulk.
Dude. I was going to start Naruto Shippuden, but fuck. This is the best animated show. This is an X-Men, man.
Yeah, those are so good. Hulk and Iron Man are underrated. They have a Silver Surfer too, who had one season.
Oh, I forgot. I never got to see that.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to your live questions, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, over here we don't have it either. I'm just noticing now. We have the show, we have the Agents of Smash, and we have an animated film that I've never seen.
Guys,
but we don't actually have the MCU movie.
Physical media is so important.
Yeah, I have all the movies at my home. All right, GCOBP asks, so do you think that the polarizing reactions to Falcon and Winter Soldier comes from expectations after WandaVision? Yes, because it's very easy to it's just the default state of someone, it's to have expectations. That's why me and Zach use the phrasing, leave your expectations at the door, because you actually have to leave them, because the default mode of every one of us is to go into everything with expectations. How do you feel about this, Zach?
I think yeah and no.
Okay.
I think honestly the polarizing reactions is just because Falcon and Winter Soldier isn't as good. I think that's the honest truth. I honestly, I think that is the honest truth.
Do you think it could be a matter of by the end it will hopefully all come together? Because, for example, this episode of Invincible, as I was watching it, I was like, okay, this is slower, smaller scale than I expected. And then by the end, when we have that last scene with Titan, no spoilers, I was like, oh, okay. And then looking back at the episode, this is much better in context.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a one-off for Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Maybe. I just, sure. I like we said, I do not see this season finishing out everything it needs to. Where
I agree.
I feel like as a series, it finished what I needed, and I'm starting to really come down to the last scene's going to be Sam with the shield throwing it back and forth between the trees.
I have an idea for a post-credit scene. Here we go, Zach.
You want to say it?
I'm pitching it to you.
Because I wonder if I
close your eyes. Close your eyes so you can imagine it. John Walker is in a jail cell. He has been charged. He has been prosecuted. He's in jail. A guard comes in. You have a visitor, Walker. Walker goes out. He goes into this isolated room with someone expecting him. We don't see this person. We only see him up until the shoulders. This person is wearing a suit. He talks about how John Walker has 3 medals. He's a war hero. He protected his country. He fought hard for his country. And putting him in this prison is how his country thanks him. I think you could be an Avenger, John. I think you have all the makings to be the captain this country deserves. Why would you help me? Says John Walker. The man replies, because I believe you can help me, John. I'm assembling a team of sorts. I know you need to think about this, so keep my card. I'll see you when you call me. The man walks out, and John Walker finally picks up the card the man left behind to read the name Norman Osborn.
No way.
Oh, come on.
No. I think the Thunderbolts is going to be the end credit scene for this show.
Norman Osborn.
No.
Oh, come on.
I mean, don't get me wrong, though. If Norman Osborn it's tough because of Spider-Man. No, I think General Ross is the one putting it together. I think that's how they're going to
That could be it, too. That could be it, too.
But so who do you think the team would be? I mean, Zemo.
So it would be John Walker, Ross, Abomination.
Yeah. Zemo, right?
Zemo would not work with super people.
I think they're gonna do Zemo.
Because the thing we keep forgetting. Because the thing we keep forgetting, yes, Zemo is involved in crime, but he's not a villain. He committed crimes, but he's not a villain in the MCU. Let's not forget that. Mm-hmm. Like a proper bad evil person. Do you
think the new Black Widow?
No, because I think she's gonna be a hero. I think she's the one showing up in next week's episode.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I see Thunderbolts though.
Yeah. So Katya, before you came in, Zach, I was asked what is the best Sylvester Stallone movie outside of Creed, Rocky, and Katya says the fact that you didn't choose Spy Kids 3 as your favorite Stallone movie is appalling. I've never seen it. I've only seen the first 2. I believe I only seen the first 2. I saw them when I was a kid in the theaters. I never seen any of the other ones, so I couldn't say that. And I was also talking about unpopular opinions, and I said that Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's chemistry in the Amazing Spider-Man movies was bad because it wasn't Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker chemistry. It was too much of Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone chemistry, and Tessa here, our good friend Tessa, saying, I get what you're saying about the chemistry. It did feel like the actors had chemistry, not the characters. Thank you. Zach, do you agree with me, disagree at all, get what I'm saying?
I 100% disagree with you.
Okay.
I would fight you in the face. I would punch you in the face.
You would fight me in the face. I love that you would just attack my face but leave the rest of my body alone.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, Tony Movie Chappie. Did you hear about the rumor that apparently Sony wants Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire for Spider-Man 4? I heard about that. I read about that. It's not impossible, but I wouldn't count on it. And if you were to ask me, do you want it? I'd say at this point, not really. How about you, Zach?
I think there's talks, not with them, but I think here's the thing. You're going to tell me Sony hasn't had the conversation of doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I think we live in a world where it could happen. I'll just say that. We live in a world it could happen. I'm not going to say it will. I'm not saying it's true, but I'm sure someone at Sony threw the idea out, and some fucking janitor walked by and said, I'm going to tell someone. And then they went and told someone. You know what I mean?
It was probably the DoorDash.
Yeah. So I'm sure they've had discussions. I'm sure they've had discussions about doing Garfield, doing a third film, and getting him back in. You know, if they're truly in this, you're going to tell me they haven't thought about doing this. I'm sure they've talked about a Spider-Verse movie, like a legit live-action Spider-Verse movie. Like, that's just called Spider-Verse. I'm sure they've had all these discussions. There's a reason that... Because remember, they talked about Spider-Verse, they wanted Tobey. They wanted Tobey to play Peter B. Parker. or Peter A. One of the two. They wanted him to play it, and Sony denied it. So that was the one thing Sony didn't let him do, and I feel like this was kind of some of the stuff. So, who knows? But we live in a weird world. I mean, fucking Electro's coming back. That's why I'll always put it. You never know now.
Yeah, that's true. Anything is possible. Mama Geeky says, have you seen What We Do in the Shadows? Movie and show, love them both. Yes. So, quick story time. I watched the movie around the time it came out. Did not like it very much. Thought it was fine. Then I heard about the show being out and I was like, okay, I'll give this one a shot. So before starting the show, I rewatched the movie and I'm like, I like this movie a little bit more now. Then I started watching the show. The show is so much superior to the film. I love the show What We Do in the Shadows. Zach, have you started it? Okay.
I need to. I've seen episodes. Because of like certain things that I've had to do. So I get it, but I need to watch the rest of it.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, it's episode 7 of season 1 and episode 6 of season 2. Those are the best episodes. All of them are great, don't get me wrong. But those episodes specifically are just the funniest shit you'll see. One is, without spoilers, one is the Council of Vampires. And the other one is...
I know, I've seen that one.
Okay. And the other one is Jackie Daytona. Regular human man. Oh, dude, I love that show so much. Cannot wait for season 3. I'm so glad it was picked up for a third season. Oh, we had a jump. I apologize. Okay, Ryan O'Toole is here, our good friend. Fallout is one of the best action movie ever. How do you top that? Leave it to Tom Cruise, man. Leave it to Tom Cruise. He's gonna do a movie in space. How do you top that, Zach?
I don't know. I mean, seriously, because I don't know how they do another... I thought Fallout ended the franchise kind of perfectly, weirdly enough.
I wouldn't mind it not seeing... I'm going to miss those movies, but I wouldn't mind the franchise ending with that one. But either way, I'm happy it's continuing as well.
I think the next Fast and Furious will probably be the next best action film, though. I mean, when I saw the car shoot a grappling hook into a fucking thing and grab onto a rope and swing... I mean, for me, that's just like the coolest thing you could possibly ever do. The fact that they did that in real life, like they actually risked their lives and did that. Like, I mean, there's no CGI involved. Like, I want to try that with my car. Have you ever?
Clearly, there's no CGI involved.
Did I tell you my dad watched? Dude, my dad watched every Fast and Furious in like one day.
What?
Yeah, he's never seen them all, so I gave him all my movies. The only one he hasn't seen yet is Hobbs and Shaw. He said 8 almost killed him. He said, I like 1, 2 was fun, 3 was fine, 4 was 5, he thinks 5 is the best, but the fact that they brought back Michelle Rodriguez pissed him off because he was pissed that they killed him. So, dude, he doesn't know Han's coming back, and I just can't wait to see his reaction because he goes, because he was so confused when Han came back in 5. He goes, wait, what? I said, just keep watching. I said, just keep watching.
All right. By the way, I gotta show you something, Zach. It came in yesterday.
Yay!
And also, I'm not gonna pick that up now, but I also got Dobby in the meanwhile.
Hell yeah! I want to get, dude. They need to announce the next wave because I need the mask on that guy.
On Shinso. That's why I told you don't buy him yet because he's just in his school uniform.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll be coming in with his new version.
Same with the Lemillion. I need a Lemillion one, man.
Yeah, and a Sun Eater. I need a Sun Eater pop.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler Van, thoughts on Saturday Night Fever? I love it. I've never seen it. How about you, Zach?
Never seen it.
Never seen it? It's the one with John Travolta, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Ryan O'Toole, what is Jupiter's Legacy? So it's a superhero show coming out on Netflix, but it's based on a Mark Millar comic of the same name. And I've always heard about this comic, that it is amazing. From the creator of Kick-Ass, creator of Kingsman. He also had another comic coming. I remember it was around the time the first Kingsman came out. He had another comic released that involved time travel, but it was really unique. I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, Mark Millar he wrote a lot of great things for Daredevil. So yeah. Uh, do, 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 do. Yeah, Jacoby P asking if it was a sequel to Jupiter Ascending. It has nothing to do with Jupiter Ascending, but I cannot blame you for confusing it. My housemate asked the exact same thing. So yeah. Where are we? Where are you? More questions. More questions. Talking a lot about Jupiter Ascending. What are your guilty pleasure action movies that are dumb fun? Ooh, I mean,
Oh, This Means War. I love that film with Tom Hardy and Chris Pine. That's a fun little rom-com.
I mean, you can put the Fast and Furious movies in there, like they're dumb as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, Google dumb action movies.
It's gonna come up with Ren.
I'm not an action movie.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, see, Con Air, dudes, come on, Con Air. What else? Face Off. Face Off. Independence Day. Never seen Speed, so I don't know. Point Break is not dumb. Armageddon, 100% Armageddon. Oh, Michael Bay's best movie, Pain and Gain. I love that. I love that movie. Tyler Van, do you guys agree that Willie from Temple of Doom is one of the most annoying characters ever? No, I like Willie. I don't mind Willie. Zach, how about you? Do you agree?
She's fine.
Okay.
She saved their lives.
Yeah.
I want Short Round back.
Same. Played by Ross Butler.
I was gonna say Stephen Young, but
I think he's too old for Short Round.
yeah, and you know what?
I mean, depends on the time of the
movie,
movie, on the time of the fifth one. Yeah. GKOEP, do they have Spectacular Spider-Man on Disney Plus? I don't know.
Yes,
they do.
Yes, they do. They have every series on there.
Okay.
From what I understand, I thought I just saw Spectacular on there. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Also, going back to the Spider-Man chemistry, I get that Maguire and Dunn's chemistry isn't the best, but I felt relationship was better written than Garfield and Stone. At least I agree with that. Especially because in Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think the relationship was just toxic on both parts. Like their relationship is not well handled in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Jesus. But yeah, those are my thoughts. So Zach, we can agree on this?
Nah, it is toxic, but I really like both of them in the first film. So I think that first film kills anything Maguire and Dunn's. Maguire and Dunn's is like running into a fucking wall. I'm sorry.
Wow. Which are some of the most underrated movies according to you? For me, it's Gone Girl. Everyone likes Gone Girl. The Prestige, Blade Runner 2040. I think Blade Runner 2049 is underseen because unfortunately it was a flop. Man of Steel, I agree. Man of Steel is super underrated. The most underrated movies of all time for me are, in no particular order, Man of Steel, Treasure Planet, the original Thor. Those are the three that I always go back to. I would still say Captain America the First Avenger, but over the years I've been seeing more and more people saying, oh no, that movie is great. I've gone back to watch it and it is great. So I'm starting to take that one off the list, but Man of Steel, Treasure Planet, the first Thor, those are the three most underrated. How about you, Zach?
Most underrated movie. Prisoners. If we're talking about Denis Villeneuve film and Enemy, I don't think enough people talk about those.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Enemy died at the box office because it's just not appealing to a general audience, and I understand that.
Was it even in the box office?
Yes, it was. Dude, I went to the theater with my mother. It was weird.
Really? Did you watch... Yeah. That is fucking weird. I'm sorry. Did you watch Chris Stuckman's review on Empty Man?
Yes, I did.
Movie? Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Did you see it?
No, because it's 2 hours 20 minutes.
I bought it.
You bought it?
So I watched his whole video.
Me
because
too.
I had no interest in seeing this thing. And then as I was watching it, I even watched through the spoiler part because I was like, maybe I'll never watch this. Dude, the second that video ended, I went and fucking bought it on digital. I never buy stuff on digital. I never buy stuff on digital. I never, ever, ever buy a movie on digital. They did that man dirty. I don't even care if I like the movie. That director, I just wanted to support him in any way, shape, or form to buy that thing.
Okay.
I am really excited to watch it. I might watch it today. We'll see.
Here's the thing. I watched that Stuckman video and I didn't get it. Like, okay, what was your point, Chris? What are you trying to say? Even in the spoilers part, I was like, what are you revealing about this film? Because it felt very much, and I love Chris Stuckman. Yeah, he didn't give anything. He didn't tell me what it was about, what actually happened, why I should actually give this movie a chance. He just kept saying, you should actually give this movie a chance. You know, not exactly by those words. Hey, look, I love Chris Stuckman. He's the guy that got me doing this in the first place.
Yeah, he's my favorite critic.
So I'm not criticizing him. I just thought that this one video was like,
he was very hush on it. He was very
he was very vague. He was like, "Hey guys, look, you gotta hear me." He was like, "You gotta hear me out about." He was like, "You gotta hear me out about this video," and it felt like that was all he said. He was like, "You gotta hear me out about this film. You gotta hear me out about this film. You gotta hear me out about this film." So I hope you watch the film. Goodbye, and get Stuckmanized. Underrated movies you like more than critics, or okay? So he's going back to the protagonist's question. Jacoby P, do you think we're gonna get MCU content at Comic-Con this November?
Oh, fuck no. No, this Comic-Con thing's the worst fucking thing you could do. I'm sorry.
Oh, I agree.
You could do it the week before, or you could do it the week after. But the fact that you're deciding to do it, they're dumb.
On Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they're dumb. Stupid.
All right. I think we could actually get something if it does happen. I just think it's a bad idea that it is happening. Oh, GKOP has a good one, Zach. In terms of underappreciated, Sing Street. That movie is fucking awesome.
It's amazing. That is an amazing
so
film.
Good.
That is an amazing
so good. I remember I went
to Power Rangers.
Oh, yes. Yes, the 2017 one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one, Zach. Good one. Are you fine with sequels not trying to be better than the first, just as long as it's still good? Yes. All you should do when making a movie is try to make a good movie. Don't worry about what came before. Like, respect it, obviously. Make sure everything makes sense for the continuous story. But you should always just worry about making a good movie. GKOP, Pacific Rim is dumb fun. That's true, but it does have a lot of artistry to it due to Guillermo del Toro. Recently, Godzilla vs. Kong fits that quota very well. You're very right, GKOP.
Ren, did we talk about Black Adam started filming last night?
We talked about briefly, but we did talk about it. It finally began shooting. The protagonist, Ramsay Bolton or Joffrey, more satisfying death. Unpopular opinion, but I will say Joffrey, only because we don't actually see Ramsay Bolton. It's off screen. Do you know why we don't? And the shot focuses on Sansa looking at him. Why?
They did film it. They actually weren't allowed to put it on TV.
Oh, damn it. Maybe it's on the behind the scenes, on the extras of the Blu-ray.
But from what I read I couldn't remember if it was either too brutal or they felt that the death didn't look as well done with how they did it.
Okay, yeah.
So then they decided in post-production to change the shot to Sansa more. Which I think makes sense for that scene. Mm-hmm. But I would say probably Ramsay, though. Joffrey was just a fucking little annoying shit. And when he died,
Ramsay is the better villain. But just because we actually saw it on screen, I'll go Joffrey.
Honestly, though, I mean, I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a more sad... my favorite death is when Tyrion kills his dad. I mean, if we're talking about villain. Or when Arya, the no-face, takes it off and slits the...
Yes!
Dude, yes. I've been in the mood to rewatch Game of Thrones.
Same.
I can't state enough that I like that last season. It just was rushed. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
That last season, the last two seasons could have been like 3 or 4 seasons.
I agree.
And that's it.
I wouldn't say that much. I would say 2 seasons, or at least give like the 10 episodes to the last season.
And I feel like people who complain don't get there's an issue between pacing and decision. Every choice, every decision they made makes sense for the show, especially if you read the books. Like I read most of the books, and the ending they gave, who got the crown, all that stuff, it honestly all made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
On a show context, though, I can get it. It felt rushed. That's the biggest issue. That's the biggest issue.
All right. Jorge asks, what is your thoughts on the non-MCU movies called Marvel Legacy films? I've never heard of that term. It's a cool term. I don't know why we need the term, but if we were going to call them anything and like put them together, that's a cool term. Do you agree, Zach? Would you prefer something else?
Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, let's call them legacy films. Why not?
I would call them what if. Tyler Van, what did you think of the Rhino in Spider-Man 2? It was a joke. It was another joke, and not funny joke at that. So yeah, how about you, Zach?
I want the more Paul Giamatti as the Rhino.
I am the Rhino.
I want you to know when that movie. So I don't hate the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I actually find some enjoyment out of it as like a Saturday cartoon Spider-Man live action film, whatever. I can't state enough though. When I went and saw it with like 10 friends, we're sitting there in the theaters. This is back when you could buy 10 tickets all sitting next together, guys. And yeah, dude,
we're hopefully very near those days again.
Yeah, we were sitting there, and I can't state enough how fucking hard I was laughing in the beginning. And my friend goes, "What?" I'm like, "Something's wrong." He goes, "What do you mean something's wrong?" I said, "There's something wrong with this film." He goes, "What do you mean there's something wrong with this film?" I said, "I just know I'm in for one fucking hell of an experience with this movie." And we all walked out. And since that ending is so strong with the emotion, I know you, but like a majority, I think the general going audience feels that way.
No,
dude,
they
were all freaking out about it, and I was like, God damn, I wish I felt the same.
I wish I felt anything. All right. Tyler Van also asks, I watched Trainspotting 2 again recently. That one is underrated, and I agree. It very much holds up to the original is the better film. Don't get me wrong. The original is a masterpiece. But for a sequel nobody asked for that came so long after, that movie was really freaking good.
Stop lying.
What?
It's terrible. It's a fucking god-awful movie.
What? No, you're not talking seriously.
I know. Bye-bye.
You're not. Okay. Oof. Gave me a heart attack almost. Jorge, why is Chris Stuckman less energetic now? And no idea. I don't know him personally, but our friend Mothman Jones, he probably does know. Maybe ask him, but I don't know. I haven't noticed a difference.
Say he's still the same, guys. Like, yeah, I mean, if you go and watch his very first videos, you also have to remember that was like fucking 10 years ago. Yeah. He's grown old. He's an older guy now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's the thing. He's not less energetic now. And especially, this is the thing. When he reviews a movie he really likes,
oh yeah,
he's back. But I think the big part of it is he's seen so many movies, a lot of it's disposable kind of trash to him, Mm-hmm. That's the thing, and that's a big part of it is because he wants to see movies that he really likes. And that's how I feel. I mean, I'm energetic all the time, and I think that as I get older, that'll probably change. I'll probably be like, here we go again, guys. My name is Zach. I'm here to review.
That reminds me of the one time you came on the show and your voice was like this. You were like, "Hey guys, it's Zach.
Hey, how's it going? How's everybody doing?
Oh yeah.
Gonna fight a bitch in my face."
All right, the protagonist says, Nolan's next genre, what about a rom-com? Dude, no joke, anything. I would love to see Nolan do a rom-com.
What if he
that would be so different for him.
Sci-fi romantic comedy.
Not even sci-fi, just romantic comedy. You know what? Nolan, do a musical. I want to see Nolan doing a musical, dude.
No, fuck that.
That will be fucking amazing.
What do you think he does next? I think he does something small.
Actually
no.
Yeah.
So, no, I'll go back on that because I don't think he's going to work with Warner Brothers. So whatever his next idea is, I think Universal picks him up. for his
Ooh,
next
that'd be
idea,
good.
and it's an original idea.
Can Universal picks him up? Oh no, it's not Universal. Never mind what I was gonna say. I'm gonna leave that
What?
idea for when it. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna leave it for
Okay.
when it does actually happen. Um, but yeah, Jorge, can you talk about Batman being set on Earth 2 of the Arrowverse crossover with Stargirls and Harry? I mean, Harry Wells doesn't have a show. He's on the Flash. Maybe you mean Batwoman. Yeah,
No, he's talking
I'm behind.
about Batman with wait. It's Batman Robert Pattinson because it was announced he's on Earth too.
Oh, oh yeah, they are not crossing over, my friend. Do not count on that. The level of production on that movie and the CW shows, which I love, are not even going to be comparable. So don't count on them. And Batman crossing over with Stargirl would just be, oh, I hate the idea.
They wouldn't.
So I
do
don't
it.
see it.
I'm sorry,
They wouldn't do
Pattinson
it.
wouldn't fucking do it.
No, he wouldn't.
If anything,
Uh,
guys, the thing we need to really think, I think Reeves is really much making his own universe, and it's heavily inspired from that Batman animated show. We've seen stuff on
Yes.
set that maybe there could be some talks about Superman in there, Wonder Woman. I think they will be. I honestly think they will be
Okay.
hinted at. I don't think they'll be a big part of it, though.
Yeah.
I think it'll be more of they're in this world.
The reason why it sucked was because. Oh yeah, talking about Game of Thrones. No, you're not talking about Game of Thrones because he didn't die. George R. R. Martin didn't die yet, at least, but he's still got more books to write. So yeah. Ren, we can agree that Paul Giamatti is more threatening in Big Fat Liar than he was in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Big Fat Liar is a movie I know of. I know I've caught it on TV, but I haven't ever seen it all the way through from beginning to end. Have you ever seen Big Fat Liar, Zach?
Oh, this is the best comment in the world. It's the truth.
It's the truth. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler Van, favorite Lego video game? You know what? I haven't actually played that many, so I'm gonna go Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh,
and I cannot wait to get the Skywalker Saga, dude.
Same. It
That
keeps getting
game.
pushed back.
I
Keeps
know.
getting pushed
I
back.
know. Oh,
But they're very the game's coming out when it's good. I mean that's how they are.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna say a Star Wars one, but I would say the Revenge of the Sith one was really good. So we're gonna go with a different one than that though. The Lego Indiana Jones games or Lego Pirates of the Caribbeans.
ooh, nice. All right, GKVP. When are we gonna get Jack Black in the MCU? We need Jablinski interacting with Thor, singing immigrant song together to reference School of Rock. Ooh, who is
Never.
Jablinski?
That's his name on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I could see him in a Thor or a Guardians. Don't know what
He
specific character
technically
he was
retired from acting. That's the thing I don't think people understand. He technically retired.
Bullshit.
I know he's in Borderlands. He's playing Claptrap.
He's
voicing
in
him.
Borderlands. He's gonna be in the next Jumanji.
They're not gonna do another one.
Oh, they are.
No way.
They are.
Not with them.
Yeah, I don't know, but I could see them. Like, if the suggestion is him to be in a Thor or a Guardians movie, I could totally see it. Do you know that John Bernthal is considering returning? He's not returning. At least not as Punisher. They might hire him to play a role in an MCU movie, but don't count on him coming back as Punisher at all.
Actually, I've heard the opposite on that.
What do you mean? The opposite of what I'm saying, or what Jorge is saying?
Not the considering thing, but I've heard that the three they're bringing back is Jessica, him, and Cox.
Yeah, I don't.
But
buy
different,
that.
but they're different iterations. That's the thing.
Yeah,
like
true,
guys,
but
when we see Charlie Cox as Daredevil, it's not going to be the one that we know. It's going to be their interpretation. Same with Jessica. That's why I've always been there and said, just do what you want. You know, if you want this actor to play this role, do it. The only thing is I would love for Berthnall to play, and I think there are discussions, but I don't know how you do the Punisher in the MCU right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I could see
neither.
him in
Me neither.
Daredevil, or not
Oh.
Daredevil, Deadpool maybe.
Yeah, true. Jorge also asks, "How about a Korg and Luis crossover?" I would like to see those two meet. It would play. You don't do a movie around that, but it would be a great like one of those extra short films that comes on the Blu-rays. That would be a great
They
one.
could do that.
Would you want to
Groot,
see that, Zach?
Well, they're doing that Groot spin-off show on Disney Plus, so you could do them.
That's
on there.
true. The We Are Groot. Yeah, yeah, true. But that one is at least going to be like mostly CGI animation and whatnot. The protagonist just finished The Last of Us 2 yesterday. Wow, what a game. I Am Broken. Masterpiece. Naughty Dog is legit the best studio.
Thank
so
you.
we can't talk spoilers because my housemate who just recently finished the first one might be watching, and I don't want to spoil her whatever happens in the second one. But your comment, the protagonist, I fully agree with you. I couldn't agree more. That game is something.
Best game ever.
Yeah, I can't argue. All right, Jacoby P. Imagine we get a scene. Whoa, a scene where in No Way Home with Christian Dunst, Emma Stone, and Zendaya talking while the Spider-Men are fighting, like it's casual for them as a funny joke. I could see that. That could work. Zach, would you want to see something like that?
Sure. Why not? I don't care to, though. I think if Emma Stone's showing up, she's Gwen. Yeah, she's Spider-Gwen.
Oh, don't play with my emotions like that, man. Don't play with my emotions. Do you agree that this year is amazing? What and that next year is gonna be mostly top 30 movies of the year? It's too soon for me to say if this year is amazing. It's looking like it's going to be amazing, but no way to tell if it is actually going to be amazing. In terms of movies, that is. In general, it's not being an amazing year. I'll tell you that much right now. Zach, how about you?
Let's make it through this year.
Let's make it through this year. That's, you know what? That's the best way to say.
Yep.
Who are the villains in Spider-Man No Way Home? No theories needed.
Everyone.
It's Electro.
Everyone.
It's Electro. It's Green Goblin. It's Doc Ock. It's Vulture.
Mysterio probably.
Mysterio could be there.
Sandman.
It's a shit ton of them.
Paul Giamatti's coming back, but not as the Rhino,
no.
but as his character from Big Fat Liar.
Okay. Has Mary Jane ever been Spider-Man or woman, whatever, in the
I think somewhere, but it was like an Elseworld thing.
I think she has had powers, but she never became known as like that moniker. Let me check. Mary Jane Watson, Spider-Woman.
Mary Jane Watson.
Spider Jane. Do you think her name would be Spider Jane?
I think it'd be Spider.
Yeah, she has had the powers in a few stories, but never like long run in the main continuity. João Salvador, that's a Portuguese name. Do you think Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are returning? Conflicting reports, man. Conflicting reports we hear all the time. If they are coming back, I would like to see them like have a quick cameo, a wink to the audience, and that's it. Zach wants them to have like a proper big role in the film. But with so many things, I'm not sure what is the best decision. But Zach, how about you? Do you still believe they are returning?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Ooh, this is more for you than for me, Zach. But do you know if Stranger Things is coming either this September or next March? If you were to wager either one, which one would you say?
They're still filming, guys. They're still filming. I think they talked about. I think they still have like half the season to film. There's a lot left of that show to. Yeah, I mean, I'll look it up, but I don't think it comes out this year, sadly.
Okay, so you're guessing March.
I guess. I could be wrong, but I don't think September, man. I mean, The Witcher's gonna come out. The Witcher will come out before this thing. So that's just
Will Paul Giamatti and Thomas Hayden Church return in No Way Home, but as their characters from Sideways? Also never seen Sideways. I know I know what that movie is. I know what it is about, but I've actually never seen it. How about you, Zach?
I've never seen it. I don't care.
Never. All right. Jean Salvador also asks Charlie Cox as well. Charlie Cox, I'm more inclined to believe. I think there's a bigger possibility of Charlie Cox coming in rather than Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. How about you, Zach?
Yes. I guess.
All right. Great question here. If you could be in the MCU, who would you be? So realistically, I'm going to say I would be a director for any movie they want me to direct. If I'm going to go all out and talk about dreams, impossible possibilities, I would want to play Nova, Richard Rider. I would want to be Nova in the MCU. So Feige, I know you're watching. I know you're one of the 13 people watching. So cast me. I'm available. How about you, Zach? Writer-director, by the way. Realistically, writer-director.
I would want to be Spider-Man, but that can't happen.
You can be Spider-Man. Ben Reilly, Kane. So many Spider-Man that exist
Ben
out
Reilly.
there.
I like the Scarlet Spider suit the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Did they say that some of the MCU shows will have more than... Yes, Loki will have more. I don't think they like put it out there like which ones will have and which ones won't. Like I remember WandaVision, they were very clear from the beginning. WandaVision is a one-season show and we're done. I remember Loki, they were like announced that there's going to be a second season. But apart from that, I don't remember ever clarifying like which shows are getting only one, which shows are getting more. I don't remember them having been clear about it. How about you, Zach?
I think they put a gun to my head and said, hey, it's going to definitely be Loki season 2. What if season 2? And then we're gonna put a gun to your head again and blow your brains out because we're giving you so much Marvel content.
Damn, they're violent. All right. Jean Salvador, actually, great question that we didn't bring up when we talked about the deal. Do you think MCU and Sony Netflix deal will affect Spidey continuity in the MCU? No, because they are totally different deals, and the Sony deal with Netflix is huge, but it only says after going into the theaters, you go into Netflix. Given that the Spider-Man movies are already at this moment not in Disney Plus, they never were, we'd never expected them to be, I don't think it affects their deal. Unless when they have to renew the deal and Sony tries to change things up, maybe Disney doesn't agree and it falls through and they don't renew the deal. Maybe when that happens, it will affect the continuity.
Do you think that will happen one day?
I want to believe they will try really hard to end their deal in an amicable way so they can give Spidey a proper send-off from the MCU. But it's not an impossibility,
They're supposed to still be doing that Madam Web film.
Oof. Don't. Do you think the Sentry is too powerful from the MCU? Yes and no. Because Sentry as he is in the comics, yes. But if you want to write Sentry into the MCU, you can just rewrite his power stats. You know? Like, they've rewritten Scarlet Witch, they've rewritten a lot of people, so you can always just change it up from the comics. You don't need to have the characters from the comics.
Do something better.
Yeah. Which Marvel characters are too powerful? A lot of them, and at the same time, none, because you can just pick them up and rewrite what their powers are to fit into the MCU, so you have a balance, so no one is too OP or too broken to be in the MCU. It's all a matter of writing the characters, how you want them to fit.
No matter who fights, no matter what does this, who does this.
Ooh, Zach, we have a great question from Tyler Van. We're nearing the ending of the show. We didn't ask about last week's movie. Honestly, I forgot about last week's movie, but movie recommendation for this week. You know what? I think I recommended The Owls of Ga'Hoole last week, if I'm not mistaken. Movie recommendation for this week. Do you want to do it, Zach?
Oh, man, I gotta fucking... Give me a second.
Yeah, think about it. Don't worry.
I got one. I got one. Since Guy Ritchie has a new film coming out soon, Rock and Rolla. It's his
Rock
most
and
underrated
Roll.
movie.
That is underrated. That's a very underrated movie.
My dad's
agree.
favorite Guy Ritchie film. So.
Oh man. Yeah. Rock and Roller. I'm probably gonna rewatch that. You know that? I'm probably gonna rewatch that sometime during this week.
My dad watches it once a week.
Oh wow. Gico EP, why can't they just use Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man for the Sony Spider-Verse? Like when I watched Venom, it felt like it belonged in the Amazing Spider-Man universe. They just don't want it because it was very poorly received overall. It went out on a very sour note. Andrew Garfield has talked about it, how his experience as Spider-Man was not like the best. Mark Webb as well, and I can't blame Andrew. But yeah, that's why. Hey, King Arthur is actually pretty good.
It's a good movie.
I like that King Arthur movie.
I like it too.
Not the best Guy Ritchie movie, true, but I like that King Arthur movie. I really like it. Guy Ritchie's best film is still Snatch, with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels right after that. And Tyler Van has not seen.
They're fun.
The Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes films or Snatch. So Snatch is his best one. His Sherlock Holmes movies are really good. Joel Salvador, another Marvel. You don't have to apologize, dude. You're welcome to ask. What are your thoughts on Marvel Netflix series being revived for Disney Plus? Is it a possibility?
No.
So I don't think it is. I don't.
They'll just bring the characters back.
Zach believes they could bring the characters back and just have new versions of them. I don't think so, as much as I would love to see Charlie Cox, John Bernthal, Kristen Ritter, even Finn Jones and Mike Coulter back as Luke Cage and Iron Fist. I just don't see it happening. Prove me wrong. I could be proven wrong. Man, I can't see it happening, unfortunately. I would love to say yes, it's totally happening, but I just don't see it. So I hope I'm proven wrong. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are at the 2-hour mark. We have been here. I mean, we have been here for an hour.
I've only been for like an hour.
Yeah, but I would say this is a good time to drop out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's WrestleMania today and tomorrow. I'm very excited to spend my weekend watching some wrestling.
You should live react to it all on Twitch. Just sit there for hours and just watch
I can't because WrestleMania starts at midnight for us Europeans.
That's okay.
And
that's okay.
No, it's not. I don't live alone, Zach. I don't live alone.
Who gives a fuck your roommates, man? Sorry, Bruna.
If I lived alone, I would, man.
Bruna,
I really would.
Up, do it. Bruna, let's do it. Just stay up with him. What you guys can do is you guys can take bets. So like whoever loses, the other person gets to sock the other person in the face as hard as possible.
That would be, if it was a house filled with dudes, I would probably do that.
But but you can't hit Bruna. Like she can only hit you.
If she hits me, I can hit her. I German suplex her all the time.
Jesus Christ.
I do wrestling moves on her Bruna, for practice.
Come on, run into the room real fast. Blink twice if you're bullied in this household.
Hang on. Let me tell her to turn on the podcast. Turn on the podcast and tell us in the chat when you're on. Okay, I messaged her. Let's see if she responds. So, I was gonna say, so it's WrestleMania. I'm very excited for that. But this upcoming week, I actually have plans, Zach. I've actually seen things that I will release this week. I will be seeing The Courier, and that review drops on Monday.
Great movie.
It's been a while since I've seen it. Okay, Bruna's here, Zach. You can ask what you want to ask.
Please just type. Are you bullied in this house? It sounds like you are. And I'm really sorry. Can you just say real fast, I'm bullied? You can do just say a random word if you need to. You can run in and punch Ren really hard in the face. Just let us know. Let the viewers know, because we can get you help.
I am in all caps.
See, I knew it. Okay. So let us know how we can help you. Put a phone number. I'm bullied. Save me. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kill Ren. You're gonna sell off his Power Rangers. We're gonna get you a sweet ticket to whatever place you want to go, and we're gonna make sure that you're safe and in witness protection. I almost died yesterday. No cap. What'd you do?
Oh no, she didn't die. I was like, wait, Zach almost died yesterday. I thought we were talking. So she said something, and I went after her, and I German suplexed her on the bed. And for some reason, she had one of her hard drives on the bed, and I was like, don't leave your hard drives on the bed.
So you gave her a heart attack?
No, I gave her a German suplex.
I don't. Do you know what a German suplex sounds like to me? It sounds like a sexual term that Germans would use with sausages. Like that's what.
No, I'm going to show you what a German suplex is. Hang on, German suplex, German suplex compilation. Here we go. Share screen, application window. Here we go. This is a German suplex, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the Matt Riddle one. Watching wrestling, man. Watching wrestling on... Look, Zach. You gotta look. Okay, that's not it. This is it. Boom. That's the German suplex.
Jesus Christ. Are you trying to kill her?
It was on the bed. It was not on the floor.
I don't give a fuck. I'm so sorry, Bruna. I'll make sure to call the police right now.
When I meet Zach, I'm doing that to him.
Oh, fuck no. I'll never meet you.
Oh, no, don't say that.
Away. I'll run away from you.
You can't.
Literally run the opposite direction.
I'm faster than you. I will catch you.
I am the Flash, motherfucker.
I am the Reverse Flash, motherfucker.
I'm Lemillion, motherfucker. I'll go through the wall and just sit in the wall.
I have one for all.
I'll just eat my own ass at that point. There you go.
That's one way to go about it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another great episode of Geeks of the Roundtable. This week on Monday, I'll drop my review of The Courier. Sometime like maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll drop my review of In the Earth, Ben Whitley's In the Earth, which is finally coming out for you all to see next Friday. And I'll probably finally review Shiva Baby, along with Season 3 of My Hero Academia. We'll finally at that time. And of course, the same weekly reviews of Invincible, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Shaman King. Zach, how about you? What do you have coming up, and where can people find you?
I don't have my notebook in front of me, so I don't know what I have, but I know Invincible, Falcon, maybe Into the Earth. I don't know. I might take a week off. I've literally not a week off, but like I might take a couple of days off. I've literally done a video every single day, so I'm exhausted. I'm trying to finish Shadow and Bone right now, so that's a thing.
You got it? I gotta ask for that.
Yeah.
They never gave it to me.
We were all talking in our group chat, and then I think I got lost when I said, "I'm almost done with it." So that's cool. And then I finished Demon Slayer. The movie's coming out soon. I'm fucking excited. Holy shit, was that show great? Yeah, I thought about reviewing the entire season, but we'll see. I'm gonna review the movie for sure.
Okay. All right. For sure, man, and thank you again for joining me, Zach. All of Zach's links are in description. All of Zach's links are in description. All my links are in description. And guys, I told Zach this the other day. I didn't even tell anyone here today, but I have a letterboxd. I've created a letterboxd. So follow me at Geekness. Same name, same picture. You'll recognize me. So follow me on there. I'm not using it for much, but just thought it'd be fun, so I'm trying it out. But thank you again. Stay tuned for all the videos we got coming up. And until next week's episode 58. Love each other and love the movie.